The first thing I noticed wasn't the man. It was the way her hand tightened around his arm. Familiar. Instinctive, like muscle memory. I was sitting in my car across the street. Engine off, hands frozen on the steering wheel. I'd followed her without meaning to. Told myself I was just running errands. Just happened to pass by the cafe she said she was working late near. That lie echoed in my head while I watched my wife stand on the sidewalk, laughing softly, leaning into another man as if the world had narrowed to just the two of them. Then she rested her head briefly against his shoulder. That was the moment something broke. 30 minutes earlier, she'd texted me, running late. Don't wait up. No heart emoji. No explanation, just distance wrapped in a sentence. I should have trusted her. That's what good husbands do. That's what vows mean. Instead, I felt that old, quiet alarm go off, the one I'd been ignoring for weeks. Missed calls that went unanswered. Her phone always face down now. Conversations that ended the moment I entered the room. Little changes that didn't scream betrayal but whispered it. I told myself I was paranoid. That marriage meant choosing faith over fear. But watching her with him, that felt like proof. I didn't storm over, didn't yell. I just watched. Not like a hero, like a man trying to understand how his life had quietly slipped sideways. They talked for a few minutes. He said something that made her laugh, the laugh she used to save for me. Then he hugged her again, longer this time, hands settling at her back with practiced ease. When they finally separated, she wiped at her eyes. She was crying. That confused me more than anything. I drove home numb, replaying memories like a bad loop. Her first apartment with mismatched furniture, Sunday mornings making pancakes, the way she used to reach for my hand in crowds. Were those moments real or placeholders until someone better came along? When she got home, she didn't notice me sitting in the dark living room. I watched her set her bag down slowly, shoulders slumped, eyes red. She looked exhausted, broken even. You okay? I asked. She flinched like she'd been caught. We stood there, silent, stretching. I could have accused her. I could have exploded. Instead, I said the truth. I saw you. Her face drained of color. She sat down hard on the couch, hands shaking. For a moment, I thought she'd lie. That she'd gaslight me, rewrite reality. But she didn't. That was my brother, she whispered. I laughed once, sharp, bitter. You don't have a brother. She nodded slowly. I know. I never told you. What followed wasn't a confession of an affair. It was a confession of fear. He wasn't a lover. He was the son her mother gave up for adoption before she was born, a secret buried under shame and silence. He'd reached out weeks ago and she hadn't known how to tell me. Didn't want to open a door she didn't understand herself. He's dying, she said. Cancer, stage 4. The words hit differently, heavy, real. Everything rewired in that moment. The late nights. The distance. The tears she hid in the shower. I thought I was watching betrayal when I was really watching grief. Still, the pain didn't disappear. She'd shut me out. Let me doubt myself. Let me believe the worst. I needed you, I said quietly. And you didn't trust me enough to let me in. She cried then. Really cried, apologized, explained, owned her mistake without excuses. We didn't fix everything that night. Life doesn't work like that. Trust doesn't snap back into place just because the truth shows up late. But I learned something standing in that dark living room. Love isn't just about loyalty. It's about letting the person you chose actually stand beside you when things get ugly. We're still rebuilding, slowly, carefully. Some days hurt more than others. But when I think back to that night, watching her hold another man, I don't feel anger anymore. I feel grateful I didn't walk away before I learned the whole truth. Because sometimes what looks like betrayal is just pain wearing the wrong shape. And sometimes staying means choosing understanding over fear, even when your heart is already bruised.